Well, we are on your side seeking answers for problems with your water bill.
Our Call for Action volunteers still getting calls from customers with high bills from the Birmingham Waterworks Board. As Jonathan Hardison found out months after our first stories, those complaints still have not dried up.
How can you be using $500 worth of water a month when you don't even live in your house? That's the mystery in this Vestavia neighborhood.
And that's not fair.
Tanya Kemper and Carol Hardison started investigating this after they were hit by impossibly high water bills.
It's certainly made me pay much more attention to what's going on with that meter out there.
In fact, both went out to their meters to check the readings and found the numbers here lower than what the bill showed they had read more than a week before. That should be impossible since your meter resets when you buy a house and can only go up, not back.
It's unacceptable, it's inexcusable, and it really needs to stop.
Tanya and Carol spent days hounding the Waterworks Board on the phone, in person, finally each getting a credit on their accounts. But they know some of their neighbors have been overpaying for several billing cycles, money they'll likely never completely get back. Plus,
what is the lady that has 3 children working a minimum wage job with, single, that doesn't have time to meet the meter reader, or doesn't have time to get in the queue down there, you're the 50th caller, or had time to take off. She can't even hardly feed her children. What is she doing when she gets a disconnect notice because she can't pay her bill?
so how big is this issue? Who else is affected? And how soon can you stop having questions about what's on your bill? Waterworks board members have said they're concerned. They want this new billing system fixed and fast.
I said it was time for chewing.
But the folks who work inside here day to day told us they don't have time to answer our questions this week. Maybe next week they'll get back to us. But that's not good enough for us because we want to make sure you're protected right now. So how do you make sure you're not a victim of something like this? Well, keep a close eye on your own meter. You can check it anytime you want. It's always out here at the street. Look for one of these Waterworks board covers. Pull that off. Inside is the meter, and that's the key number right there, the cubic feet. This number that you see should always be higher than whatever the cubic feet number was on your last bill. If it's not, or if there's something way off, there may be something wrong. And if you want to see how to check your own water meter anytime, we've got a how-to video on the WBRC News app. Make sure you got your bill with you. And we're not done asking questions of the Birmingham Waterworks Board. We'll keep calling, keep asking, until we get you some answers.
And for the first time since our investigation last Thursday on major issues with Birmingham Waterworks, today the water system's general manager answered our questions about why thousands of customers are being overbilled. Jonathan, you were there this morning asking those very direct questions about what they're doing to fix this.
That's right, Janet. We've been trying to get the Waterworks to respond for over a week now to our questions about the many issues their customers are having. In fact, the system today put out this list of at least 9 problems that have cropped up since they switched to a new billing system back in the middle of November. Can you understand customers' frustration that you raised the rates at the beginning of January and spent this money, $10 million, on a system that is now overbilling them? What do you say to those frustrations, folks who simply don't have another choice for the service? You are a monopoly.
We only want to charge the customers for the water that they consume. And unfortunately, during this process, we've had some issues that we've had to work through, and we're working through those issues.
The Birmingham Waterworks came out today to admit it has made mistakes in rolling out a new $10 million software system that's created problems for thousands of customers, including impossibly high bills, disconnect notices for accounts that had already paid, so many problems, in fact, that frustrated customers are waiting sometimes hours to get a customer service representative on the phone to complain, some even giving up on getting a bill credit. Why didn't you have more customer service employees ready to go? If you anticipated problems, why not have extra service employees to answer an anticipated high volume of calls?
That's probably something we should have done.
Mr. Underwood, what would you say to critics who say this utility has spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in the last 2 years fighting additional oversight, money that perhaps could have been spent to make this rollout go a lot smoother and prevent some of these customers, whether it's 5,000 or 10,000, from being overbilled?
We probably could have done a few things a little bit better, a little bit different to roll the system out and make it a little bit more efficient on the rollout. But the bottom line is we are committed to going through any problems and any issues and billing the customers for the amount that they should be billed for.
And the system now promising today they will have every bill fixed and your account credited correctly, they say, by March the 1st. some 3.5 months after the new billing system actually went live. The general manager also says they're not shutting off anyone's water right now while they work through all these issues. So even if you get a disconnect notice, you can still pay up. They've also added 2 new customer service reps this week and promoted 4 part-time workers to full-time. And by the way, this new software, it comes from SAP. That's the same company that Jefferson County's government spent almost $20 million to try and install, only to ditch it after 10 years back in 2014. We're on your side tonight with a new promise from the Birmingham Waterworks Board. Your water bill, it should be fixed. After the Waterworks Board promised us back in February it would have all of these meter reading and billing issues fixed by today, we went back this afternoon to see if they are living up to their promise. After our On Your Side reporting in February exposed major billing issues for hundreds, if not thousands, of Waterworks customers.
It's unacceptable, it's inexcusable, and it really needs to stop.
The Waterworks managers called a news conference promising they were addressing the misreading of meters, overbilling of customers, and blaming new software for much of the problem, and promising they would have all of the issues fixed by March 1st. So we went back today to see if they're living up to that pledge.
But we feel like 99% of our customers' meters has been read during the month of February.
Waterworks General Manager Mac Underwood says crews worked overtime and weekends to make sure they put eyes on all 200,000 meters in the last 30 days. And say the bills you're getting now are based on readings that happened just 24 hours before that bill was mailed. But
that does not mean, though, some customers won't have a high bill. For example, if a customer didn't pay their January bill and they got another bill in February, then their bill will be 2 times that amount. And you'll also have some customers with some leaks and other issues that they need to resolve on their side.
Underwood also says the number of complaint calls is way down, with an average wait time this week of just 3 to 4 minutes, though we've gotten reports in the last week or so of customers waiting more than half an hour. We asked Underwood if he thought the Waterworks has lost some trust of its customers.
I think so, and we're going to do everything we can to regain that trust.
So we want to hear from you. If you keep getting bad bills or you think your meter was misread since the end of February, let us know. Reach out to us. There's the email address to our 6 on Your Side investigators, 6onyourside@wbrc.com.